I'm going to be talking about my favorite prime lenses, why I choose them, how I use them, and why one prime lens can really improve our photography. This video is about the 35mm prime. In a previous video I said the 28mm is probably the perfect storytelling lens, but I think the 35mm is the best all-round travel photography lens and general street photography lens. Let's talk about that. A 35mm lens allows you to capture scenes that are wide enough to give you a sense of place, and that's important for travel and street photography. Yet this focal length also allows you to shoot environmental portraits quite effectively. Unlike the 28mm, you don't need to be quite as close, and that just makes people feel a little bit more comfortable. A 35mm lens allows us to move in close and capture detail as well. And with an aperture of f1.8, like this one has, we've got the opportunity to create plenty of separation. Even with an older manual focus lens like this little guy, f2.8, still does the job very nicely. The ability to shoot relatively wide and go in close and everything in between is perfect for travel, where we want to capture a series of photos that tells a story. Wide street shots, buildings, little details, people working, right down to maybe food that you're eating on a table. Of course, we need to move around, focus with our feet. We don't need to do that with a telephoto, but moving around isn't going to hurt you. In fact, I think it does make us a better photographer. We have to work a little bit harder, think a little bit harder about our compositions, and we improve pretty quickly if we're thinking a bit more. Another benefit of prime is obviously the size. Big heavy old beast there, a lot lighter, a lot smaller, and of course the manual focus version, smaller and lighter still. Prime lenses are very sharp. A lot of the modern telephotos like this guy are just as sharp. In fact, this one is phenomenal, but it really comes down to the size and the weight and the cost. You can pick up one of those for about 50 bucks. I think that's about 2,500, 2,800, something like that. For me, when I'm doing travel photography in particular, I'm shooting in a lot of low light situations, indoors, in a cathedral, in a restaurant, or on the streets at night. And having an f1.8 over a 2.8 can make all the difference. The only drawback with a 35mm is if I am in a very small space, like a restaurant, and I want to shoot a table of food, then it is limited. Sometimes I need something wider, like a 20mm, but not very often. So the 35mm prime, in my opinion, for travel and street photography where versatility is required, well, this is the best lens to have. It's perfect for everything from cityscapes to environmental portraits. But would you agree? Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite lens?